Breads are an integral part in Sindhi cuisine and they have a variety of them. Today we are going to learn one of their most popular dishes called Koki. Koki are shallow fried whole wheat bread that has been flavored with onions and green chilies. This dish requires just a few ingredients. Here I have 2 cups of whole wheat flour or atta, and here I have about 3/4 of a cup that is onions and green chilies that have been minced very fine. I have 2 tablespoons ghee, salt to taste, water to bind the dough and oil to cook the koki. So I'm going to take the flour, put it in a bigger bowl, add just a pinch of salt, not too much. Next go in the ghee. And now using your fingers, mix the ghee into the flour and just keep mixing it until the flour resembles coarse breadcrumbs. As you can see, the texture of the flour is now like coarse breadcrumbs. At this point, we're going to add the onions and green chilies. Now it's really essential that you mince this as fine as possible. Mix this in with the flour. Once everything is incorporated, we're going to slowly add water. Now this dough is a tight dough, so you need to use no more than 1/2 to 3/4 cup of water. So I'll start with about 1/4 of a cup. Just keep mixing until you're able to make a dough. A little bit more. It's almost coming to a dough consistency, so I've used about 1/2 cup of water so far, and I'm going to add another 1/4 of a cup. I'm just eyeballing it, and I'm going to keep mixing in now 2 to 3 tablespoons at a time. To begin with, we're going to heat our non-stick pan or iron pan, whatever you have at home. And here is our dough that has been sitting for about 10 minutes. Now you need to take a fairly large, almost like a cricket ball size piece of dough. As you can see, it's not like paratha dough, it's a little stiffer. And what happens is this has a crumbly edge, so it's not perfect, and you make them about 4 to 6 inches in diameter. So I'm rolling this. I'm going to add flour to my board, and then now I'm flattening the pedha. Now this roti should be a little bit on the thick side, and it should be even all over. So one side thick, one side thin won't work, so you just need to make sure, just run your hand along, and then what you need to do is take a knife and lightly score the roti. What this does is this helps cook the koki. Do the same on the other side. Make sure that it's not too deep, you're just scoring the surface ever so lightly. And then make sure that your pan is on really low heat. I'm just patting it so that I remove any excess flour that would have attached itself. And then I'm going to place it on the pan, and I'm going to let this cook for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side, and then we'll be flipping it over and adding some oil as well. It takes about 8 minutes to 10 minutes to cook each koki. It's been cooking for about 1.5 minutes, and now it's time to flip over. As you can see, it has got a beautiful browning. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some oil to the top and just let it soak in. And I'm going to cook it for another minute or 2 on the bottom side and flip it over again. So we flipped it over and cooked it once, and now we're going to flip it over, cook it again. Make sure both sides are evenly browned. Give it another minute, and it's almost done. It's time to turn the flame off and remove this onto a plate. Now this is traditionally served with yogurt, pickle and papad.